Yo, this Big Illinois 73, host of the Backyard Podcast, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Built for This network. Check us out. Hosted by yours truly, with my panel, my fam. We got the sister Kim Webb, the brother Dre MC1, the brother Anuliel, and the brother H-Rap B. No topic is off limit. We laugh and joke. We get serious. Try to be informative. Check us out. Once again, that's the Backyard Podcast, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Let's go.
West, y'all. Bang, bang.
Throw them W's up. West Side Wednesdays with your boy, D Greatest from South Central. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. X Squad Online Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we got more.
Yo, this is Big Illinois 73. I want you to tune in to the Backyard Podcast music sessions Friday nights, 10 p.m. Central Time on the Built for This network on the Spreaker.com. Check us out. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.
So real. It is real. It is real. It is real. It is real. It is
Yo, this is Afro, a.k.a. All Flows Reach Out, and you're listening to Built for This network. Yes, sir. From the building, stay bomb.
Like Trump, gimme, push, step, crush.
I know my parents loved me, stand behind me come what may. I know now that I'm ready, for I finally heard them say, it's a different world, ooh, than where you come from.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two, they got nothing but the genes. They got different strokes it takes, different strokes it takes, different strokes to move the world.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All right, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite.
goes. Everybody out there go run and tell your homeboys and homegirls it's time for Keenan and Kel to keep you laughing in the afternoon. So don't touch that dial, don't read the room, cause they always into something, no frontin' and you don't wanna miss it. It's double K like do the good way, yes. Keenan and Kel, I should've said Kel and Keenan, and you gotta watch Keenan, cause Keenan be scheming with a plan or a plot to make it to the top, but they kinda in the middle, cause they always getting caught. This ain't the Hardy Boys or...
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see you and me will always be tied. Family every single day and night. Even when you start acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do. I know that I can always be myself. You more than anybody. And every day as I'm heading out to school, you know there's no one I love as much as you. Guys. Family, family, proud family. Always feels me, make you wanna see. Family, family, proud family.
I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta move.
Moesha.
Shaking up family tree with siblings synchronicity. Telling me how much I miss it. Now everybody knows I ain't ever gonna let you go.
Welcome back. This is your man H Rap coming at you live and direct. This is the first episode of the Couch Potatoes 2021. Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in. I have my esteemed co-host, Shelly Q and D Great. What's good, peoples?
What's to it? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. What's going on?
Chilling, and
good evening, family.
It has been an interesting beginning of the year. It looks like we're just going to talk about power. We have enough to talk about power for the entire show. We have 3 episodes, and if Shelly likes, we can get into some Fargo. That season ended about a month ago, but we haven't covered it.
Right.
We catching up. So, where do you guys want to start? Let's get this show on the road.
So we can give it power. First, let me say, once again, Happy New Year to y'all and everybody out there. Let's have a good year this year. Continue to keep praying for each other and looking out for each other the best way we can. You know what I mean? Because it started off kind of funky. You know what I mean? Started off kind of funky. But yeah, we can get into power.
Well,
Hello?
power.
Where did I gotta remember what we stopped? Where we stopped at?
We stopped 3 weeks ago.
I'm done with the show.
We stopped 3 weeks ago, and that would be the last 3 episodes of the season.
So was the last one we talked about when they killed old boy and propped him up in the trunk I mean.
Yeah, that was it.
And they killed old boy on yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's the episode I didn't see, but I did watch it, so I'm caught up. So yeah, Tariq was talking to old girl. Was it
Diana?
Was it Diana? It was the other light-skinned chick, I believe.
We're gonna call her Sophia because I don't remember her. Oh, what's her name?
That is her name, Sophia.
Oh.
Effie is another one that sells the drugs. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. I don't think her name's Sophia either, but we're gonna go with that.
Okay. We're gonna go with the bougie parent.
Yes, her. We know that's her.
Yeah. So go ahead, Shelly. Go ahead and if you can remember, go ahead and kick it off for us.
Well, I'm just gonna talk because I really can't remember exactly. Like, I'm just gonna talk about what's been happening since
the overall scheme of things.
Yes. I'll say the last episode for sure because that's what's fresh on my mind. But Jane got out of control, even more so. But I will say that I didn't like, even though he was out of control, he wanted to be back in the family, and Mary just wasn't happy. It was like nothing he tried to say or do could get him back in the family. Until,
Right. Yeah, it seemed like he was begging in a way. He wanted to get in. But Mary was just like, Monet, she just was like, he wasn't feeling it.
No.
And I'm thinking like, that's your son. Of all anybody else, that's your son. You can discipline him in a certain way, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking as a regular
parent, right?
Right. But when you got so much at stake of what they dealing with, it feels like it's something. I'm always saying it's something missing in that family that's not really got to be 100% clicked on about their relationships with each other. But everybody says it's legit, and I'm just like, damn, man, that's a cold way. That's a cold-blooded family member. You know what I mean?
Right, and all of them. Like the sister, whatever Monet say, it go.
Yeah, she's the only one that seems like she's focused and doing everything that moms are telling her to do, moms and pops, whatever the case. I don't even think I don't think the pop people acknowledge her through the whole damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
She did?
Because remember, she had to call him when Monet took her phone, I think.
Yeah.
And she was calling him on another phone.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. So moving forward, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Williams.
I'm here.
I need you to set the premises of this thing, because we kind of scramble a little bit. It's been a minute. I apologize for me delaying the whole memory process of this.
Well, basically, we left off on the episode in which Tariq and Homeboy fell out. It was the episode that my man gets out of jail, and when he gets out of jail, he starts extorting Tariq. And it pretty much takes off from there. You also find out, and this is when, in true power form, the chaos starts. Because when dude gets out of jail, he starts extorting Tariq. Now Tariq has to step outside of his comfort zone. And when he steps outside of his comfort zone things fall apart. And yes. And then then you have, basically, just like again in true power form, everything starts to collapse around Tariq. And Tariq in essence becomes Ghost. Because Tasha tells him how to manipulate, how to be even more manipulative. And when she teaches him that, things take off. You got
right. And it takes off slow because Tasha wanted him to get rid of the stripper, whatever her name was.
No, that's the next episode.
And he couldn't do it. Oh, okay. So then,
this is the episode in which 2Big gets out of jail. Kane is even more out of control because he's being emotional and not thinking things through. And in life, when you start being emotional, you pretty much blow it for everyone. And because of his recklessness, he takes the side of these dudes who his mother has told him that they're dead. They are in the streets dead. And, that's when things get out of control because Kane is trying to be a kingpin and he just needs to learn how to play his role. And his role isn't kingpin. He's too emotional. He's a recluse. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. And this is why Monet always tells the girl, Diana, and what's his name, Luke or Jake, or whatever his name is, the other brother, to handle things. Drew. That's why she always has them handling things, because when things get rough, Drew and D handle things, and my man is just a damn recluse. And then on the flip side, you start to see things come apart with Sax, because Sax, in my personal opinion, should have told the dude and the DNC what's going on. He should have kept him abreast, and then he pressed them, and when he pressed them, things really went haywire.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. It seems like for that episode, what I remember is a whole lot, like you said, Tariq is just, I'm gonna say he's out of control. A lot of shit start crumbling. You know what I mean?
Right.
But even the
crumbling.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, and even with the that was the same. I'm trying to remember, and I apologize for my memory on this one because we talked about episode. We've got to be episode 8.
This was homecoming weekend, or family weekend, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. I'm Jordan.
And this is when him and 2Big got to save his life, and little boy.
Swimming pool, okay.
But again, stuff starts falling apart, but Tariq always manages to bring things back together.
Yeah, that's what I was about to. I was thinking of something like, even though things were going haywire, Shelly, you have a point. For the they said the transformation of Ghost starts kicking in. You know what I mean? And he starts trying to put this stuff back together so things can work out the best way it can for him. Even if he has to lie on one end or another, he still have to do what he got to do to make things work out for mom, for himself, and the family, even for the business. You know what I mean? Even when Too Big was even pressing on him, he still kind of held his own. But that's the situation that I'm still kind of tripping on also, because in the further episodes, they really didn't showcase that anymore. You know what I mean? I think that's how is that going to play in the future?
Well, it's definitely going to play out in the future because it's part of the entire family, so to speak. You got the chaos in Monet's family, you got the chaos in Tariq's family, you got the chaos in the white boy's family. Then you got the chaos in the office. The office chaos is about to die out because, as you see, the last episode. We'll progress to that as we go along. But the thing is, with this episode, it shows you. I watch TV a little different because I'm a gigantic fan of The Godfather, and dialogue means a lot in The Godfather. A lot of people look at it for the violence and the mayhem, but the dialogue means everything. If you notice, in this episode, Tariq is handling everything by himself. And every time he handles something by himself, it goes to hell. On the other hand, when you look at Mary J. Blige's character, Monet, she's attempting to delegate responsibility. And when people veer off of her instructions, everything gets chaotic. So, and as the situation progresses, you'll see the more inclusive you are with your crew, the more successful you'll be. Even though the white boy was emotional about his girlfriend,
I'm wondering, and I was. Yeah. So that's what I was just getting ready to say. If Tyreek would have just, instead of trying to play around with the white boys, if he'd have just told him like he had to, eventually he had to, then that blow up wouldn't have been so big. I mean, it really didn't turn into much, but it wouldn't have went the way it went. Question, and this is my question is kind of it's the overview of the whole series. How long has the father been locked up? And when I look at their situation in the business, and when you compare it to what Tommy and Ghost was doing, it seems small for some reason. You know what I mean?
How so?
Their business is small? Yeah. It just seems small. Compared to, I shouldn't even compare it to what Tommy and Ghost had going on. Theirs is like out of control. That's super big. You know what I mean? Where they had all these distros and boss men coming to them having big time money and big time weight. Where when we see this family and their business and how it got cut down, it seems very small. Where there's other players in the game, as we further watch the other episodes, there's other players in the game, as some distros and people that was and these other bosses around the city, just doing all these small functions. I mean, somebody can help me understand that, or maybe I'm just on a whole other level.
I mean, it pretty much seems the same to me. It's just you just saw more of Ghost and Tommy's operation. You had the Latino gang that was a rival gang of theirs, and they were distributed into that gang. And you had their little crew. And then you got Tariq, and you got the MOTs or MTOs. It seems to be the exact same thing. And it looks like the dad has been locked up 2-3 years.
Okay. Yeah, for a minute, because he got a lot of clout, a lot of
yeah, he seems to
got a
be
lot of
right.
in prison.
Right. It seems to be the exact same operation. It's just Queens is a gigantic city. Well, gigantic part of New York. It's not. Well, New York City itself is not like any other city. They got 5 boroughs. You got Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island. They're cities in themselves. Like Brooklyn is just about as big as Chicago, and that's just a section of New York City. So it makes it seem as if it's small, but you can be on the north side of Chicago, the south side of Chicago, the southeast side of Chicago that they call the east side here, and the west side of Chicago, and never know each other exists. You know.
So with that being said, and I'm gonna kind of just for me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna kind of bounce a little bit, and I need you guys to get me back to, you know, to where we need to go. Give me your overall understanding of Tariq's situation, such as dealing with Two-Bit, dealing with Monet, dealing with the lawyers and the case and the trial, flowing into his relationships with these females, Effie, Diana, and I don't know the other girl name, it's the light-skinned chick, the bougie parents. All this.
Her name is
all
Lauren.
this is, Lauren? Okay.
Yeah.
All this is plate. It's to me, I'm looking at it like, this dude's plate. And this is how I felt in the first episode when they had him doing the whole thing like, so much just to get us in tune with where we was going with this show. But it seemed like the last 3 episodes, it seemed like his plate was getting full. They had, it was so much, but like Shelly and H said, he kept it under control once he figured out the angles of everybody moving. You know what I mean? Exactly. And I think that takes a lot. And I think when he started flashing back, he got that from his pop and his mom. And just being around in the business overall. If you think about it, he's been through a lot. So maybe of all the characters in the whole Power franchise, Tariq has been through so much. You know what I mean? So give me your take on Tariq. And I know I'm jumping around. If y'all want me to dial it back, we can dial it back because I can't. I'm just this is what I'm seeing. You know, give me your take on Tariq in these last 3 episodes from, you know, the Two-Bit doing his thing, where episode 9, Effie called him a monster, where he figured that out. He is a monster. You know what I mean? So the things that he has done and what he's been doing. You feel me? Until the last episode, what we seen this past Sunday. Give me your take on your overview of Tariq's character and his development.
I think he's starting to own who he is. He knows now he is Ghost. Like, that's who he is. He may not be Ghost, but he can see the qualities that his father had is now him. You know, he sees them coming out. And you see that while he's in class when they're talking about different topics. And so I think once he stopped, so to speak, fighting his dad or fighting, you know, the things that he has from his dad, then I think that's when he's able to take better control of the situation. You know, like, that's when I think he's able to handle everything that comes at him better, because he sits back, he, you know, calculates, he does, hold on one second. He just, I mean, he's owned himself. That's all I got to say. He's owned himself, and he goes in and calculates and does everything that he needs to do in order to make things happen, the same way his daddy would have. And I think him and Tasha, Ghost and Tasha, did things to take care of their family. I think Tasha just wasn't as smart as Ghost. She was more reckless with it. And I think Tariq was more calculated in his moves.
It feels like Tasha was dealing with more emotions than, you know.
I think Tasha was more street. More on a street level doing her thing.
Okay, I see what you said. I see Jay Fish in the chat room said Tariq Ben knew he was Ghost, remembering power when he told Ghost, teach me the motherfucking game. I remember that for it too. He did. And he started calling him Ghost at that point.
Mm-hmm. The stage left?
Oh, well, it seems that, again, Tariq seems to be handling this well to me. I mean, he's smart enough not to get emotionally involved in any of these girls. The one girl that he did get physical with, he did that with a purpose. He ain't just get reckless, or I'm sleeping with you. You're a girl and you're standing in front of me. He's smart enough to realize that. He actually slept with the girl with purpose. Like his mother said. You do this, you get your enemies and get the people around you to trust you. Get them to trust you. You don't have to trust them, because you don't need to trust anybody around you. I mean, it's just the coming of age. You know, he is everything that his father is, and then some, because he's jaded. Ghost was never jaded. Ghost, the difference in Tariq and Ghost is, and Tariq is learning this. This is all a means. This was a means to an end. If you remember back to the original Power, the reason all of this shit fell apart, the reason Ghost is dead is Tasha. Because when Ghost bumped into when Ghost bumped into Angela, Ghost asked Tasha, told Tasha and Tommy, let's get out the streets. They didn't want to. Had they gotten out the streets at that point, this whole thing doesn't happen. Tariq, as of right now, he understands it. He understood it way before Ghost. He's just doing what he has to do. And I respect the hell out the young boy, because he is not emotionally involved with the light-skinned girl. He's not emotionally involved with Dee. They are friends. He's keeping them. He's giving them information that they need. He's being a friend. And again, as he learns how to use his team, he'll always stay out of the foolishness. And that's what I get out of this first season of Power with Tariq. He is coming of age, and he's realizing you need a team to make this happen. Ghost needed old boy from 9/11 to make it work. He needed, I can't think of the brother with the big fro to make it work. He was grooming people to be the next Ghost, because he realized I don't want to touch none of this because if I touch any of this, it ruins me. And if you at the end of this, in the middle of this episode, the white boy brother said, "I'll tell on y'all." He said, "Who you gonna tell on? This your brother's room." Nothing connects to me.
Right.
The only flaw in Tariq's game so far to me is he doesn't know how to use people around him, but he's learning that because even Tasha told him in this episode, get people to trust you. Get people to trust you. So, I mean, the dude is coming of age, and it's to me, it's looking beautiful.
Yeah, when I think about it, and especially said the emotional part, especially with Effie, because at that time with Effie, he had to get back in the gang because he needed the bread.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he needed to connect. He needed back to the, you know, because Braden was like, you know, get with Effie because Effie can put us where we need to go, you know, because we're down right now. So, at that point, like you said, he got her to trust him, and got intimate with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was a good play on his part. Cause now he's thinking like, okay, I need to set these pieces in place so I can accomplish this goal that I'm trying to get. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slick situation, and what I do like about the young boy is he's always paying attention. He's smart enough, you know, it's the old saying, the older you get, the less you talk. And Tariq doesn't talk a whole lot, and that's why Mary J. rocks with him, because he doesn't move off emotion. He is, and I like the move, well, even though we haven't got to this segment, I like what he did to Mary when she was about to kill him. He hit her with the M&M. He undressed himself to her. She started trusting him because he gave her his greatest secret. Kill my dad. So Mary got emotional. Again, it goes back to what Tasha said. Get your enemies to trust you. So the boy is always thinking. The boy is always thinking, and it's sweet right now for him. It's super sweet.
What do you guys... Oh, my bad.
Floor is yours.
So, what do you guys? I'm thinking a segment of in relationships of the last 3 episodes that we're talking about. Express or explain or break down the counselor, her relationship with Zeke, her relationship with Tyreek's professor, and the movement and how it played out with Monet. You know what I mean? So anybody can talk about that.
Well,
the relationship with the professor, between the 2 professors, it was more so him. Because I don't know if this is the episode when he just started falling apart and was, or if that was the last episode when he was making.
Yeah, because he was tripping. He was trying to get dirt by thinking Tariq was messing around with old girl, so he was, I need you to write the paper, blah, 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 blah.
Right. So, that's what I was saying. So, it was more him on her. She had already, got it in her head that they were done. Like, we are no more. And then she started doing what she was, whatever her and Zeke was doing. I think he wanted it to be more than what she did. But, because she was telling him, like, I can't meet your aunt. you can't bring this out into the light, you know, because I'm still a professor and you're a student.
He was more sprung than anything, you know what I mean?
Sprung, yeah. So I just think the male professor, whatever the male professor was just, he was just loose. He was out of control because he was too busy trying to. One, he was worried about what she was doing with Tariq when it wasn't Tariq, and then now because the publisher don't like, you know, where his book is going, now he gonna use, you know, try and use that information to beef up his book.
Yeah.
So I just feel like there really was no relationship between them two. And her being the sex addict that she was, you know, she had her little young dude who was giving it to her.
Right. And then maybe I had a thought up out loud. I was thinking like, the young dude is sprung, the professor is sprung. I'm like, damn.
Got that snappy.
Man, this shit was on fire. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I don't know. I think the situation that happened to Zeke at the party, at the club, they messed him up big time. Especially you got, you know, the situation that he was in. That was pretty deep. I mean, when old boy had the gun to his knee, that changed a whole lot in this situation, because he was never the same again. He was done. He was shook. He's ready to give it all up. You know what I mean?
I don't know that he was ready to give it all up, because when she was talking about we need to go to the people, he was like, nah, you don't know my family.
Right.
That ain't how we roll. But he was shook. He was definitely shook. And I think because he knows how they get out before it to come full circle back to him. That's what I think took him out.
Hey, what's your views on Zeke and the counselor and their relationship and how it plays out going forward towards the end of the series?
Well, I respect the lady counselor, because at one point she was struggling with dealing with this dude, and she overcame it. She used her therapist. She followed the instruction of her therapist, and she actually exercised power. And at the end of the day, that's the premise of the show: the power that you have in your actions. And when you look at her, she was at his beck and call at the very beginning of this. She was succumbing to her weakness, which is sex, and she went to him, smashed him one more time, and boned out on him. But because this is a dude without power, and he is emotional, he was expendable, and she left him, because it's almost like a Black Widow spider. Once I get what I need, I'm gonna kill you and you out of here. But his character, I believe they went along with doing away with him, because he is I think they listened to the people. He was pointless, because that plagiarism thing don't go too far. None of this go too far. So, and he was operating from an emotional standpoint. And the reoccurring theme throughout this series is, if you are emotional, you are gonna die. Point blank, period. You die when you're emotional on power. And I like, but what she did is lose her power, because she was dealing with Zeke for fun. It was just raw dog. She succumbed to her weakness, almost like a drug addict. And she has total control over it, but now she's emotionally involved, which is going to potentially lead to her demise. I don't think Zeke lost it. Zeke is not street at all. Zeke is an athlete. Zeke is an athlete, and Zeke is saying, I don't know how to do. He's never been street. He's never gonna be street. His whole thing is Zeke likes what Mary J and her family provides for him. He's not willing to deal with the consequences of that relationship. He's not mentally. He's not prepared for it. He's never been prepared for it because I'm just my aunt provides me with nice gear, slick ass toys like the $10,000 watch she gave him. He likes that. And he likes the fact that they soldiers. It's like with anything else. You can hang with gangbangers till it's time to strap up. And Zeke has never been prepared to strap up. So he is suffering the consequences of that. But that is going to be mad turmoil because she's emotionally involved though. When you dealing with somebody like Mary J. Blige's character on here, if you get emotionally involved, it's blood in the water. She's a Shah. She's a Shah. And at some point, it's going to come out. The thing that perplexes me is, this murder. Nobody probably saw Tariq kill this professor. But this professor's murder is going to come back. And the reason it's going to come back and it's going to bother, it's going to get tied to a student, I believe, because he emptied his bank account before he got murdered. And light-skinned buddy from Stump the Yard, I don't know his name, Detective Hernandez, he's going to he's going to look into Homeboy's finances, because when you get shot in your head and shot in your stomach, that's not a robbery. Also, you emptied your bank account and gave it to someone. So he's going to be looking for who he gave that money to. And he's also going to look through his phone and see that he's tracking Tariq. So this is going to come back up. What were you saying, Shelly?
That's what I was saying, that because he just because the murder was on campus, and I mean they're already investigating or got them talking to the students on campus. It's definitely going to come back to one of them. It's going to come back to Zeke or Tariq, and probably more so Tariq because he had communication.
But what tripped me out is the fact that I was 1,000%. Well, I wasn't 1,000% wrong, but I was 800% wrong in regards to Method Man. Method Man he was very sloppy with his behavior, which I always suspected that he was Trump type with his behavior, but it turns out he's sloppy as hell.
Very sloppy.
Because I was always under the impression that Method Man was not going to be friendly with Sax. And at the end of it, he was messy. And it's
at
just,
the end of it, he was what?
He was extremely messy. Because when you're dealing with Sax, either you double cross him and inform Tariq. There is no other play, if you ask me, because as you saw, Sax and the dude from the DNC when you start talking to an attorney about ethics, that's translates to we want to get your license evoked. because there's a board of ethics in every state, and if you do something unethical, you can even have your license revoked, like the last attorney did. I can't think of his name, and get suspended for a little while, or you'll get them taken permanently. And that's the line Method Man was skating on. So, only reason him and Sykes can practice law to this fucking day is because they're trying to cover up with the DNC. Because had that not gone, if the DNC wasn't involved, they'd have never approached Tasha. But you know, it's just a horrible situation. And y'all spoke about Kane earlier. I mean, from a parenting perspective, Mary J is wrong. But from a going to jail for the rest of your fucking life perspective, I'm getting rid of Kane too.
She ain't feeling it.
Right, because realize her husband is doing 20. He's doing a double. Actually, if this was real life, he got arrested, and when you saw the professor was looking him up, both professors looked the dad up. He in the joint for RICO. RICO, you don't get out of jail. You do not get out of jail for racketeering. So when you dealing with somebody like that, your freedom is on the line. And yeah, I would have excommunicated. He'd have been persona non grata with me too, because his reckless behavior puts her family in jeopardy with the feds, as well as the dudes in the streets. Because if Kane was just following Mary J's instructions, they'd have dropped off the dope and they'd have been cool. The cop would be alive and it wouldn't be anything. What damn fool? But again, this goes back to just like Tasha and Tommy. Had Tasha and Tommy just listened to Ghost, Ghost wouldn't be dead and Tommy wouldn't be on the run right now. And if Kane had listened to Monet, he would be in the trouble he in now, because the cop would still be alive. And we know he coming back to the surface. That body gonna float back up to the surface at some point.
Man, could you?
Yeah, because that water looked like it was a stream. It looked like a field where the brain just got too heavy and
marsh.
Filled up a
marsh. It looked like he was in Central Park. It's a section of Central Park that looks like that. But it's just, even if, the body is going to come back up, I believe. And it's just Kane leaves too many loose ends. And again, this is why Ghost, this was the genius of Ghost. He had the Puerto Rican dude, he had the Tahina dude, he had the Puerto Rican dude in the 9/11, he had the Tahina dude who ended up getting killed, and he had the brother, and he kept them informed as much as they needed to know. And then him and Tommy was abreast of everything. And remember, Ghost used to consistently tell Tasha and Tommy, y'all not ready for this. Because they were infatuated with money, and Ghost was infatuated with the fact of getting the hell up out of this.
Getting the pump, yeah.
They want to live street. But they're not paying attention to the fact that when you got the hottest nightclub in New York City, you're probably making $20 million every 4 months. Putting about $7 to $8 million in your pockets every 4 months. With no feds. And that's what Kane is not realizing. You part of a drug empire. You got this young boy taking all the risks. Now you and your family reap all the benefits. It's just stupid. So, in regards to Monet, hell yeah. Hell yeah, get the fuck out of here. Because you done got us shot at. You done got my son shot. You done got my daughter shot at. You done fucked up our connect. You done done everything wrong humanly possible. So no, you can't be around us because you'll get us killed.
Very reckless. In that episode, episode 8, Family First, he when he went back to the warehouse and smoked up all those cats, he was on a mission. But he kept old boy alive, you know what I mean? He kept old boy alive, you know, to do what he needed to do. But yeah, he was losing it. Then he went back home and they was like, bruh, like you said, hey, you're not welcome here. You out of control. For real. You can't step one foot in this house. You know what I mean? Especially after what you did earlier, you know, with mom, nah.
Because had he killed those dudes in the gang, he could have potentially finagled his way back in. He could have come home, Mom, let me holler at you. I fucked up. I killed those dudes. They are not in the way anymore. You rustle up some more corner boys and then you back in stride. But he didn't want to do that. He wants to be the kingpin. He wants to be the man. He wants to be important. And everybody sees through him. Early in the series, Tariq saw through him. He pulled Tariq out trying to punk him. And Tariq, without a gun, punked him. You looking at your brother like you just gay. You my brother, but at the end of the day, you gay. You can see that's how he treated the boy Drew. And Drew G up on him. And like, nah, man, we going through all this shit because of you. You want to be in the bed. You want to go get the GTGs and rob a fucking priest. Or rob a church. And when you rob that church, the shit blew back on you. Our mother told you not to fuck with these dudes because you on your own thing. You're not on this thing. And now, that's why I say Mary J is thinking clearly. Again, she is showing you, when you by yourself, you get reckless and you end up losing. Tariq was by himself, didn't want to include the white boy, didn't want to include the girl, because all he had to do when what's his name? Tick, whatever fuck his name is, when 2-Bit drove on him, all he had to do was bid on the white boy, bid on the shorty from the school, and say, look, I'm in a jam. I'm not really with the powder, but I need the powder right now because my mama in the jam. They are his loyal subjects. He just probably put $100,000 in that girl pocket. Because if he walked away with enough money to pay 2-Bit and Monet, he had to put $100,000 in that girl pocket. So she's loyal to him for that reason. The white boy is just fascinated with the streets. So he I'm in. He in. And if he was real pimping with it, but again, had he included his mama with the information, well, he really can't. Well, his mama was on the burner, so he couldn't include his mama. His mama would have told him what to do, like she did. But he wanted to be by himself. It's both ends of the scale. You got Monet with a reckless son, and her shit falling apart. But if he followed instructions, they'd have been Trump type. You got Tariq on the other hand, keeping everything to himself, trying to do it all, and his shit is falling apart recklessly because he's not trusting his team. It's gonna, if you share the weight, you win. And again, true power is being able to disseminate or distribute or allocate responsibility. That's what true power is. Monet knows this. Dudes in the street not respecting it, or that's the way they got it set up, because if there's money, motherfuckers really don't care. And on the other hand, Tariq is holding everything to his chest, not realizing Ghost had Tommy to do some shit. Ghost had Tasha to do some shit. Ghost had them other three dudes to do certain shit so he could win and I could keep my hands clean. I mean, and the sad thing is, this happens on every college campus in the United States of America.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. I know. Shit goes down big time.
Well, I've never been on a yard. Every yard got a weed man, cocaine man, pill man. So, it's as you saw. I mean, and then they're even telling you this as you watch the series. Shorty up there at Yale, moving dope. Or Princeton. Princeton is in New Jersey. She crossed the river moving dope. When you watch Blow, right? When you watch Blow, Boston George sending weed across the country because people get high on campuses. And I ain't never been on no yard where one of the drug dealers, or 2 or 3 of them are. So it looks crazy from the outside, but when you on the yard, hey, you live down the street from SC. Them dudes on them corners of LA, they getting paid at SC, ain't they?
Man, across the street with straight.
Right.
Straight hood. LC dude, right in the middle of the hood.
Right. And it's a dude on the campus of SC. Hey, last time I went to Arizona State with my man, I can't say his name. It is what it is. This is in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s when my man was there. They used to call USC University of Spoiled Children. Because everybody was getting what they wanted and they was getting what they needed.
Tiffany, that's her name, huh? Okay. Tiffany, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just...
My bad.
No, it's just intriguing. I say it's just intriguing to watch it unfold.
Yeah, it is. And to be honest, it got better. The more we got into it, the more of all these situations, scenarios was kicking in. It got real nice. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. It kind of started off on some training wheels in the beginning, but then it built up. Once they started letting that situation go with the teachers and all that shit, and started really getting down to what we really wanted to see, it got real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Oh yeah.
Real nice.
It's super.
And this is not off topic. Yes. She's walking around with so much weight. But she must be the coolest young sister queen I ever seen on TV. You know what I mean? She's straight hood, straight business. Who is she connected with? Is she working for somebody, or is she? Somebody explain that to me, because I kind of lost track of her in power. But from what I'm looking at, it's like who she's under. Do they ever?
I don't remember.
They never said.
I don't remember who she's under, but she's working for somebody, because that's why she said to reach up.
No, she said it in this. She said it in this season. She said she set up Tariq to get rid of the competition. Remember when Tariq went and copped from her? When Tariq went and copped from her, she literally said, "No, man, it ain't no hard feelings. You were the competition. I had to get rid of you."
Right, but it came out. Tariq didn't know, but it came out in the first hour. Because she called whoever her connect was and told them that, they had something good going on up there, and, she knew how to get it moving.
Oh, wow. This is crazy. Especially this episode. Tariq was a cold dude. Because after that situation with Anthony, when he got the bread, everything worked out in his favor. Because when they talked about the star witness, or the secret witness that was supposed to, testify or do whatever, and when Tariq went over old girl's home, well, it wasn't her house, she was house sitting for whoever they was. He was about to go over there. He was about to go over and handle business. He was about to take her out. You know what I mean? But I think he kind of felt a certain type of way when she started talking about she really didn't want to do it, her
Right.
kids, and all this stuff. And then she said, if I can get up out of here, I'm gone. You know what I mean? She was like, oh, smack.
What? Right, ding, ding, ding. She just saved me because I really didn't want to do this to you.
Oh, he was about to.
Yeah, I don't think he had a problem with it.
Right, he didn't want to though.
I know. I didn't think he had a problem. He was gonna knock her motherfucking head off. Had she not have said that,
He didn't want to.
because
I felt like he didn't want to do it.
that's exactly what Ghost went through with the Puerto Rican girl. If Ghost would have took that if that Puerto Rican girl would have took Ghost money and left, she wouldn't have been dead. But she stayed her ass around. Shorty got little.
So when she started talking in that living room,
Saved her life.
Exactly. Because I think he was about to do it because the way he was looking and the way he was scoping things out, like, you know, with the kid and
He
blah,
was
blah, blah.
going to do it. He was going to do it, but you could see it all over him. He did not want it. He was going to do it because he had to. Because it was either her or his mama.
If she would have stepped into that courtroom, it would have been all sad. You know what I mean? From what they had prepped her to see that they wanted her to say. But it played out. When she said if she can get up out of there, she can go in the wind. He was like, oh, that's it? I got you.
Yeah, because he was under the impression that she was just a raw bone snitch.
Right.
Right, until she started breaking down everything for him.
Yeah. She gave more information that he said, you know, that he didn't know nothing about. Like, oh, okay. They told you what? He's doing this. But he gave all the doo-wop too, and he gave her the whole everything. I thought he was just to give her like a scat, but he gave her the whole. Or did he? Did he give her the whole?
I don't think he gave her all of it. I think he gave half to her and half to 2-Bit.
Cause they didn't even show that part though. We assuming that he probably gave the 2-Bit, but I think he gave her the whole bag. Like, take all this, get up out of here.
But why did 2-Bit start calling him? Because remember, in this episode, 2-Bit is calling him every hour. What my money? He texting him, where's my money? Where's my money? From that point on, you didn't hear from 2-Bit.
Right, you didn't hear from 2-Bit, and you really don't hear from 2-Bit. He texts him one other time, and then after that, you don't see him no more.
I think that's
Even after he told him he owed him for saving his life.
Right. That's what he owed. Yeah. Because he thought he was done with it. He's like, nah, I saved your life. I need more. You know what I mean? But I think this is me. I think he gave her all the money, and that 2-Bit situation is gonna come back around. You know, like, nigga, where my money at? You know what I mean? You still owe me. You feel me? I think they would have showed that part in the episode of them connected. He was getting rid of paying them off. You know, I think it kind of leaves us wondering what's going on as we talk about it right now. But yeah, she got up out of there after he paid her off. They show up to the court, and then everything in the courtroom was at that point was avalanche downhill for the team. Because then Method Man and old girl got into it. You know what I mean? He got kind of emotional with that situation. Like, whoa.
No, he tried to pimp up because he said, hey, it's me and you. It's me and you. She's like, no, it ain't me and you. You're on your own, homie. No, he tried to pimp up. He didn't freak out because he knew at the end of the day nobody was gonna snitch on him. Nobody who could hurt him was gonna tell.
And saying he didn't want this situation to get out if he kept on playing that role because, you know, he's married, you know what I mean? His wife find out about his situation, it's gonna be all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah, but I'm glad old girl wised up.
I think her name was Paula. Her name was Paula, huh? The lawyer lady that was with
the
Mel?
lawyer lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was glad she wised up and took things into her own hands.
Okay, explain to me this. In the episode 9, because we're working our way up to episode 10, the last episode. Episode 9, Tariq gave Effie the money, boom. Then he showed up with Monet and Diana and Drew at the spot. What was they? Was that at a warehouse or some type of club or something? What was that? Because somebody, y'all break that down for me because I was kind of like, who wrote? Who did it? Oh, I get it. They did the drive-by. Oh, boy, that scene popped in.
Okay. Wasn't they at the bar?
They was at some type of...
Or at the drive-by, they was at the bar, wasn't they?
At the bar. Who bar was that? Was it just a location or?
I thought that was Monet. One of her spots. So that's where she was meeting everybody. That's where she met the little GTG dude at the beginning. Wasn't it GTG who tried to trigger her up? Or no, that was a boy dude that tried to take the money from her. Dude, wasn't he from ATL? What's his name? Rico. Wasn't his name Rico?
Yeah.
And then that's where Tariq and them was in the basement. Tariq and Diana was in the basement of the bar the first time.
When Tariq came back, he went to Monet's bar.
Okay.
That episode when Tariq gave the money back, got the money from the girl, he went to Monet's bar. And that's when you talking about the scene that Drew got shot.
Yeah, but the scene where Drew got shot, he was in the bar too, because he was running, and the bar was behind him when he got shot, because he was leaning up against the bar.
That's what D Great talking about. The 20 seconds before they started shooting.
But he was talking about the warehouse.
No, he was assuming. Wasn't you assuming that was a warehouse, D Great?
It seemed like it was a warehouse, but it was the bar. Yeah.
Right, that's what I was explaining to him, that it was the bar, it wasn't a warehouse, it was the bar. Because that's where it seemed like everything went down. Because when Tasha came, not yet, but yeah, so that was the bar when Drew got shot.
And that's when Rico got up the place. And that same situation when Monet pulled on him, you know, because he said he didn't have the money, you know what I mean? He had to use it, right, you know, so he gave it to old girl. That's when all the flashbacks was coming through about Ghost, Tommy, Tasha, his sister. All this stuff was playing in his head when he was talking to Monet about. And I think he hit that point too when he was confessing, or she saw the change, right?
It basically he was following Tasha's instructions.
What he was saying.
He was following Tasha's instructions. Get everybody to trust you. What better way to get someone to trust you than to give them your greatest secret?
Yeah, okay.
I'm putting my life in your hands.
And when that jumped off, that's when the drive-by from Bo Boy came through. That's when Drew got shot.
Drew got shot because he's stupid.
Right, because who gets up and runs when bullets are flying everywhere? And I could just hear him following, talking about something.
lady. I feel like for some reason, for a young dude don't have no car, this dude gets around. Yeah, everywhere.
99% of people in New York don't have cars.
The subway. Okay. But I'm looking at the tiny fashion things that be happening. You know, after the shootout and all that cracked off, you got up with the lawyer lady and she gave more information about whatever was going down and he's going to get the treatment, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or something. So I'm just saying, Tariq just popped up. Either he got connected with these subways or in transportation, or he's just a car loose ass one of the motherfucking this whole TV show. But yeah, that's the same episode that Kane killed old boy.
Hernandez.
Yeah. Was that a good move or a bad move?
It's definitely a bad move.
Well, I think you said what, H-Ware?
Definitely was a bad move.
Oh, definitely. I mean, because that's your inside connection to, like, he was loyal, regardless. No matter how Monet treated him. And even when he was talking to Kane, like, he was telling him, Monet said you out of control, and you are. You just reckless. Like, Kane definitely shouldn't have took him out, because now when she needs some information about what's going to go down, who's she going to go to? It seemed like he was the only one working for her.
Did she? Okay, I can talk about that. Yeah.
And his name is Ramirez, not Hernandez. His name is Ramirez.
Yeah, because you saw how Drew reacted when he told him he killed him. That's why I say, Mary J, if you're looking at this from a parental perspective, yeah, maybe she over the top. But when you look at it from the perspective she's looking at it from, me going to jail for the rest of my fucking life. Get your ass away from me, because you're going to get us, your father. We're going to be, and on top of it, we're going to be broke. We ain't going to be in jail like your father. We're going to be in jail, period.
For a long time. Joe said Rico had all of 7 minutes of screen time. Two episodes. Yeah. Yeah. The power move that saved Tariq, I believe, is when he hooked up with old girl, the lawyer lady. What's her name?
Yolanda.
Tamika. Yeah, what she said, give me a dollar.
$1.
Uh-huh. Andy, that's what he. Is that the first time that he, other than talking to Tasha about killing his dad, I feel like the first time he expressed to an outsider that he confessed that I killed my dad.
I mean, that's the only person in the world he can tell. Your attorney, she can't go tell him. She'll lose her license if she go tell him.
I don't think
but I don't think he sold any dogs.
That was a major power move that he made. You know, hooking up with her. But she already was on it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She always been on that. She was like, she's very smart.
That's why she had to. That's why Tasha had to fire her.
And she prepared him well for that court scene episode.
Real.
I think anything else you guys want to start to bring down in episode 8 or 9 before we hit episode 10?
That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
let's get into it, because this was a good episode. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just, for the whole series, because it could have went, we could have put all this work and watching all this stuff, and at the end, it could have let us down like, man, that's it.
Yeah, it could have, but I wasn't expecting it to, just because none of the other Power season finales.
Right. It was nice. Let's get into it. Somebody start off and I can chime in on it, whatever somebody's gonna talk about.
So we want to talk about Mary taking care of business with Rico Suave. With Rico.
That's how it started off.
Oh, I mean, she went and she took care of business.
One of the he got caught slipping because his bodyguard did not do a good job of searching this chick to come see the man. Hey, is Rico's old boy from
ATL?
Yeah. I was looking at like,
wasn't he the little nerdy dude? Wasn't he like
he was the one that was at the tennis court working with old girl, Gad.
Mm-hmm. The little preppy, yeah, that was him.
Yeah, that's funny. My bad, I'm sorry. But that's crazy. But yeah, I think the bodyguard, he did a weak move of searching Mary off the jump, because he searched her when he started really trying to really go into it. She was probably like, hey, watch this.
Right, do your job. Don't get whatever she said.
Right.
Keep your hands to yourself, Mom.
I caught slipping.
Yeah. And then the way, now, so was Rico at the same level as Lorenzo? Like, did he have the same status? Because the way he was talking to Mary, flip at the mouth.
I think he was doing that because he's an old boy, he's locked up. He just talking smack, you know what I mean? Just like, what can he do? You know what I mean? That's just me. I mean, he was feeling himself too, especially when he got all that money.
Okay. But yeah.
What you think, H?
About Rico? To me, it seems like their father is seems like their father is a king, is connected to some type of cartel or something. Kind of like Avon Barksdale. Avon was the man, but he still needed the New York connect to get him the dope. And the father is the man, but while he in lockup, he needs somebody to move the dope around. He needs somebody to get his family the dope.
Yeah. She handled her business like a straight G on that one. They went in there.
And the bodyguard was switching because, as soon as she popped Rico, he popped him.
Right. Hey, why you not searching this nigga? You know what I mean? I gotta search both of y'all. You feel me?
He wasn't going back there with the big man, so I guess, wasn't no need to search him.
Come on, nah. Damn. That's crazy. So, hey, H-Rap, it sucks to be him.
Most definitely.
Actually, it sucks to be both of them, because you do end up getting it at the bar.
That's the one thing that didn't seem that was kind of super fake about this, because Rico wouldn't have attacked Mary J like that, because Mary J would have called her husband. Her husband would have said, "Your man tried to pull it with my wife. We smoked him." And that's that package that you sent to me is the cost of a motherfucker trying to come at my wife.
So that's what I was asking. Like, I was confused about Rico's status. So Rico was just the errand boy for whoever was up above him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
Because he was pure clown.
He clowned himself.
He was pure clown. And if he was somebody for real, Mary J would have thought twice about killing him. And she even said nobody can trace him back to us. And I don't understand why Rico would even try something like that and assume nothing's gonna happen.
His guards is down big time. I mean, this nigga eating food. You know, he just acting silly. His guards is down, and he pays the price for that situation. You know what I mean? In other words, he got caught slipping. Done.
Regardless of whatever, she's still Monet Sahara.
Right. Now, in this episode, also, I mean, anybody else got more about that situation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In this episode, also, it panned off to the interview with Drew's lover, basketball closet friend, and the two professors, the counselor and the professor, where he was confessing and telling us his story of what happened that night. To the point, the more and more the professor or the counselor, old girl, was looking at him, the story was like, oh, I was drunk. I don't remember. You know what I mean? When the young guys get from that situation, how the whole everything just shifts. You know, after, and this is because Monet shook up old girl was like, you know what?
If something happened to my nephew.
Right.
But of course, the story would change.
Don't be the first one out my mouth.
I think that's insignificant because, of course, the story changes because he was trying to stay out of it. And then the woman professor, covered for his ass. She covered the fact. She was like, "Now, how many drinks did you have?" He was like, "Oh, I had about 7." You was drunk. You was too drunk to know because she was too busy trying to get Zeke's name clear. So I think that was insignificant. And that motherfucker scared to death because he saw what Drew did. Because if Zeke wouldn't have called his name, Drew's finna put that Puerto Rican boy brains in the streets. He finna murder him with no reproach. And at the end of the day, Drew is exactly what Kane think he is. But Drew just don't want the life.
He said that too. They didn't want to do something else, you know what I mean? And she was like, nah, you with me, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why Drew is probably so angry at Kane, because had you just set your dumb ass still, I could be doing what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
You ruined my life when you start getting in your feelings about Tariq, and you done killed this cop, and you done screwed over the family. You fucked up my life. Because this is what you want. I don't want this shit.
You don't want it. And plus all the bullshit he was doing in the street now, he gotta walk with his head on his swivel. He can't be incognito like he was at first, you know what I mean?
Who? Drew?
now he got because Kane put up so much, doing so much crazy shit in the streets and being, being reckless. He's looking like, I'm sitting up in the house with a motherfucking bullet in my ass. Can't do what I want to do. And you really getting on my nerves right about that. I think fuck about it.
I don't think Drew worried about them dudes. Because Drew asked Kane in front of Buddy, why is he still alive? And when Drew showed up, you see how the old boy looked at him. That's the last dude on earth Drew worried about.
That nigga should have been dead from the get-go.
Because that dude knew Drew was finna kill his ass. Zeke saved Buddy's life.
He did.
Because Drew had no qualms about pushing his wig clean back. Drew was like, oh, okay, well, y'all want to pull this shit? Let's do it. Don't start no fight you can't win. But yeah, I want to know what the fuck.
Talk about the,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I was just gonna let's talk about the court scene. They put Tariq up there to talk, and
how Sax's mouth hit the floor.
Man, break that down.
Because he was like, he was putting everything out there to trip Sax up, trying to, thinking he gonna be, Sax thinking he gonna get Tariq to confess or put him in, as the killer. Then Sax got his slip.
But did any one of you guys ever think that Tariq was gonna confess? On the percentage-wise,
Nah.
Okay.
No, I never thought he was gonna confess. That he killed his dad?
Yeah.
No. But then I didn't get how the judge put meth in the middle of it. Like, how did he figure out that he had something to do with whatever Sax was on? Because he could have been in the dark just as much. Because this is Sax witness. Like, he could have been in the dark just as much as everybody else in the court.
But it's just certain things. It's the way Tariq was talking, the fact that Method Man is allowing his client's son to talk, is saying, oh, y'all knew about this. It was clear collusion. It just...
And then the head of the DNC was, he came in there and told the judge, like, right, you want to be working traffic court? Like, let us have the room.
Yeah, but it was clear collusion. It was they put him in a situation where you just not gonna let Tariq talk like that. And then Method Man, it ain't like he had a poker face. He was spazzing out, and then like, oh shit, and then all of a sudden he get relaxed.
At one point, the judge had stopped Tariq from talking about whatever, but then she was like, I thought she was like, fuck it, go ahead and talk about it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like she was getting fed up with a whole lot of stuff. She's like, you know what? There's so much trickery going around this bitch. Go ahead and speak up, because this dude right here he seems shady anyway. That was just me looking at it from outside looking in, you know. She was just like, go ahead and speak, because he stopped him, because Sax was like, hey, Judge, can he? Pretty much,
right. Can you just come to answer the question?
Right. Then he just went on and said, I'm going to flush you out. Everything. Right. You know, and
he went to the grave. And once he got to the grave, that's when she was like, nah, just let him, like, let us hear everything. Mm-hmm.
Which turned out to be everything that Tariq needed to lose with all what Tanika had preference for, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But then my thing was, if I was Tasha, when they came with that deal, like they had already set facts up. I would have just took it first. Like I wouldn't have had to give up. I wasn't giving up Tommy. Because there was no reason for me to give up Tommy. Because now we done brought Sax into the picture, then had him following my son, then found out he had somebody else, you know, his niece, and drugged my son, you know, and what did you do that for? To hide the fact that you was at the club that night? You know, so no, I wouldn't have gave up nothing. Like, y'all gotta let me go scot-free. Because if I take this to trial, I mean, if we take this back in front of the jury, they done already seen enough to cause a reasonable doubt.
Facts.
Y'all wouldn't have took the deal either. But she was still gonna need protection from Tommy because the word was already out that she put it on Tommy. She put it on Tommy walking out the door. Remember, when they arrested her, she said it was Tommy.
And Matt put it out there. Did he put it out there when he talked to the reporters and shit?
Yeah, they told it was Tommy Egan. Yeah, she needs with Sack.
She what?
She needs witness protection.
But see, she wouldn't have if she wouldn't have told on him to go in the witness protection. If she wouldn't have took the deal and told them, no, I'm going to finish this, like, you know, and I'm not saying nothing about time, I'm not doing nothing. Because if we go to the jury, like I said, the jury had already seen. So she didn't need to say nothing else about nothing.
She had already told everybody it was Tommy, though. Remember, she started her defense.
Yeah, but they weren't falling for that. If you remember, they didn't go for it. That's why they were still pressing her. So I wouldn't have took the deal. And I'd have went on, I wouldn't have went in for witness protection and nothing. But when Tommy came to that damn bar, she knew she definitely needed witness protection in. She looked down and seen that blue, what was it, a GTO or a Mustang or whatever it is.
Yep, a Mustang 5.0.
That was with his mom, right?
Yeah.
Did he leave that part or did he got out there? Tommy stuff.
Right.
Did y'all imagine that Tommy was coming back at all?
Yeah, RC said it weeks ago.
I thought he would come back some way. I thought he would come back somehow, some way. I didn't think it would be to kill Tasha, but because he rode off into the sunset, they still have him hanging. Like, he'll probably pop up again just because they have him, lingering around. They let him go again.
That's crazy because I didn't think he was. I thought they was gonna leave that alone, but it played out to be a good move to do that. You know what I mean? Especially for the people that are true Power fans from the first one.
Well, he's definitely gonna be back now.
When Tommy, you said what, April?
He's definitely gonna be back now.
Oh yeah.
And that last scene opened the door for the Ghosts is Alive conspiracy theorists.
What happened?
I say that scene when Tommy allegedly died opened the door for the Ghosts is Alive conspiracy theorists.
To bring him back.
There's people out there that still think Ghost is alive. I saw people writing it on social media. Ghost, you know this means Ghost alive. Okay.
They played it when Tommy rolled off. I'm thinking like he out, he's going to California and just start a whole new big fucking city. He's done. You know what I mean? But then again, you think about he still connected to Cash to take care of him or just to look after him because his mom was gone. And Tommy, it's tough. He pleaded because Tasha killed his chick. You know what I mean? Like, man.
Tasha killed his chick and Tariq killed his best friend.
He on one. He trying to go 2 for 1.
But my thing, when he came walking out of Cash's place, he looking at Tariq is right across the street laying up on your ride, right?
On the wheel, yep.
And you looking all in the sky, up at the stars. Like, my first instinct was when I would come out of somewhere, especially when I ain't supposed to be here, like I'm panning the street. And I'm definitely going to be on my ride. Because it ain't like I'm driving a hoop.
I think Tariq is like, because he still calls him Uncle Tommy. He's feeling like, I don't know, if it's either going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, then we're going to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? But that was a powerful thing right there, for him to even reference to Tommy that, that they had, not saying it was good, he know what he did to his friend, but, it seemed like it seemed like every situation that Tariq got in where he had to face the music, it seemed like he was gonna face the music. And he stood up to the point like, okay, I'm gonna face this. We're gonna talk about this, we're gonna face this, and we're gonna see what's happening. You know what I mean? Like he did with Monet, like he did with Tommy, something with him when he came outside of Cash's place.
Apartment, place. Mm-hmm.
Well, he probably heard Ghost tell him, don't shoot him.
Yeah, that still probably rings in his head.
And then, you looking at Tommy. Tommy understand the streets. And he understand the manipulation. He understand the streets and he understand the manipulation of Ghost. That's why he told him, you just like your father. I mean, let's not forget. This dude, Tariq, killed the cop, killed his father, killed the dude in the drug dealer dude. Tariq been on a fucking killing spree. Set up 50 Cent to die.
He killed which drug dealing dude?
The dude who pushed on Monet. No, Monet killed him. But Tariq don't got no problem killing people.
And now he said he told somebody, I can't remember who he told, but he was like, I killed my best friend. Who's his best friend?
Kanan.
Kane.
Oh, I thought. Oh my God. He didn't kill Kanan, did he?
But
he set it up to get you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I put. Okay.
Like Joe just said, he told his mom, I'm gonna kill her too.
He what?
I said, Joe just said it. He told his mama, I'm gonna kill her too. That's why he.
And the way he's doing it, it's not to cut you off. It seems like up to episode 1 all the way to the final scene, his transformation into Ghost is just developing. You know what I mean? The smoothness, how you doing it, the planning out of things. Because he in the time had a conversation with, hey, we finna do this to make it to pull this situation off with the car blowing up and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
So you ain't gotta kill my mama. You can leave my mom alone, and they'll forget about you.
And Tommy was like, okay, we're gonna see what happens.
Well, Tariq been doing that since the beginning. He been doing that since the beginning, since he started rocking with Kanan.
Right. It just seems like his craft is just getting tighter.
Yes, Joe. He was, man, because that black and white outfit, Joe said, can we talk about Tariq's clothes? Because the little ninja was fly. He had that black and white outfit he had on, I think in the last episode. And then he had on, there was a sweater he had on in another episode. It might have been, was it Homecoming? I can't remember which episode it was, but yeah. His outfits was tight in this season.
And he was looking tight in court, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and that suit, yep.
So explain to me, when Tommy and Tariq had this conversation, how they explain that whole get down of the car blowing up and all that stuff. And how did they pull that shit off?
Well, I mean, I think they just knew, like, they had Tasha end up where she was going to end up. So they, whatever neighborhood they was in, they just planned it around that. It just happened to work out however they planned it. And wasn't Tommy in a BMW?
That was his mother's car.
Wasn't it? Right. So, I mean, he's driving a BMW. I really don't think, and they was in Chevy, wasn't it?
Yeah, they was in police. They were in police cars versus. They in police cars.
Whatever police cars they be in. I mean, and he was going to outmaneuver them anyway. So he really, like, they wasn't chasing him. He was leading them.
But it was set up by Tariq. Basically, he told him, I'm gonna get the police off your ass, you get off my mama's ass, and we gonna figure it out. Because Tariq knows he's not gonna kill him. You ain't gonna kill me, you might try to kill my mama, but Tariq said it for the third time. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure my mama cool.
That's good.
Well, Tasha will be back too, though.
So now what? Go ahead.
No, that's it. Tasha will be back too.
That's what I was just gonna ask. What we think Tasha gonna do? She gonna pull a
They shipping her off to the witness protection, right?
protection program, right?
And the daughter's going with the mama.
Yeah, the mama living in Queens already.
I don't know how they go. I mean, this is power. They'll find a way to intertwine her situation. You know,
She gonna come back.
Always.
That's what I like about the writers, because you be thinking, you never know how it's going to end. Like, you can come up with so many scenarios, and then they just take it a whole nother route. And they leave so many of the character stories open so that they can bring them back and move them around.
Another key thing after the situation with the chase and the car blowing up and, you know, Tommy getting away or whatever the case may be, is
them at the cemetery.
Man, cold. Tariq just is a cold nigga. I'm just gonna be one. I mean, his poker face is on site. His street game is on tight. Cause Kane just pop out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, I got you. I'm about to pop your ass right now."
Oh, you talking about the park, not at the cemetery?
Yeah, the park. Yeah. Where he met up with
Jabari.
Man, that dude, he got.
And he was just so lame to me.
In the way.
Like,
you just in the way.
Right. Because you talking about, you know, you're not a killer. I know you just had a bad life. Motherfucker, you don't know me. For real.
First of all, you saying all this shit with a blizzard in your stomach. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, come on. For real. And these dudes just having conversations. What is it?
Why he just laying there?
Please his face.
Mm-hmm.
But he played, hey, Ace said it though. Ace said it. Tariq played Kane without even pulling a gun on his, you know what I mean? Played him twice. In the beginning of the season and at the end. Talked his way out of harm and danger. Big time.
Did he play him, or did he come up with another solution for the both of them?
I mean, that's what I'm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get in my face and I'm spitting games. Whether I'm playing, whether I'm coming up with solutions, I'm getting out of this shit. You know, I'm trying to get out of it. You know what I mean?
He's smarter than
intelligent, yeah.
Yes. Kane he's fueled off of anger. So he's not thinking. He don't never think. That's not his job. That's not his purpose in this whole thing. his purpose is to be there to protect Monet. Because that's what everybody knows. Everybody knows Kane is crazy. Whereas Tariq, on the other hand, he moves a whole lot different than Kane. He plans, he plots, he thinks. So I think he's always gonna be one up on Kane. Kane just gonna have to realize that, you know, Tariq ain't trying to take his place. That ain't, you know, he was just trying to make money to help his mama.
Well, he was.
And everything else that happened just happened.
That was his original plan.
He in it now.
Well, shout out to Tasha for giving him the game.
Now he's part of the family.
Oh, he's in it. Is out? Is Kane still solo? Like, is he out with Monet and the family?
No, wasn't he in the truck?
No.
Is he not?
That was Drew in the truck.
Walked away or
Say it again.
That was Drew in the truck.
I don't think Kane's gonna be out anymore though. I think if Monet don't want to let him back in, I think Tariq's gonna talk her into it.
Monet rode up on Tommy with the quickness, didn't he?
Right. He was like, he was saying, what do, or who got the balls to put a gun to my head or something? She was like, well, what makes you think they gotta have balls?
Got to be interesting. And then
That's why they're probably gonna be back.
They got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do. If I say that, I mean, black people gonna be making, some black actors gonna be making some money because they come. I didn't think they was gonna come with the season two. That was just me for some reason. I thought they was gonna just do one season and then move on to
somebody
Raising Cage. Yeah,
like
all these chapters, because after Raising Cage, you still got the story with Tate, right?
With who?
Oh,
yeah, because Tate ain't came back.
So you got his story, and then we got Tommy's story.
And then now you got 50's story about to come out in July, is it?
That's what I'm saying. This summer.
Yeah.
So they got.
you still got the prequel.
I wonder how they're gonna play this. Well, it's two different eras because they going with Caden's story. They going back when he was young, right?
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna lead into the Ghost Tommy. What's the name story?
Right, how they fell out.
No, the Ghost Tommy and what's the name story? What's the Angela? Because remember, it's a Ghost Tommy Angela spinoff. It's a Kanan spinoff and this spinoff.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Ghost Tommy.
It's it. Remember the last episode of Power, the original Power. It showed you spinoffs. It shows you the Tariq spinoff, shows you the Kanan spinoff, and it shows you the Ghost Tommy Angela spinoff.
Yeah, it sure did. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the Ghost Tommy and Angela spinoff was mixed in with Kanan because they was going back.
I'm sure it will probably lead into that.
I thought it was Tariq, Kanan, Kate, and Tommy. So it's 5 books. Yeah, I guess it is because I think it's five books. Unless we count Power 1 as book 1.
That is book 1.
So yeah, I think the Angela and the Angela,
Tommy
and
those situations is part of Kanan because they're going back. I'm gonna try to look that up.
Well, we right at the 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen, haters and bitter friends. Let's wrap this one up.
It was a good season. It was good.
Yeah. It was a damn good season. It's better than I thought it would be. And my black ass still got to work out.
Now I gotta wait.
It's a big deal. You got the shout outs in the chat room? Did we shout them out?
Go ahead, knock it out, please.
Just start from the top to the bottom. We got Big L. Bottom to the top.
I'm going to watch the hospital. Go ahead.
Big L is in the building. What's up, Big L? Thanks for stopping by. We haven't seen you in a while. Happy New Year to you, sir. Got Judge Joe representing that Bill for this network. We got Ready Cab representing X Squad. Got DJ Mad Knox, Crown Holder representing Bill for this network. Thank you, sir, for stopping by. Fabulous show earlier. J Ron from Canada stopping by. Cheers Roundtree, Bill for this network. Thank you, my brother. Once again, y'all had a fabulous show earlier. Big Illinois 73, Bill for this network, part of the Backyard Podcast. Catch Joe on Fridays, doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Saturday
had
too.
A fire show last Saturday. Some great hip hop. Another one, Chief Rocker Jersey Vern. Chief said, "Come on this morning." I don't know what happened with that. I don't know what happened. I was looking for Chief to talk about.
It's with Tariq.
I didn't catch him. He what?
He was with Tariq.
EJ Bukadeen, Bill for this network. Thank you, brother. Jay Fish, the Microwave, X Squad stepped in. Appreciate you, sir. I think Chi-Town First Lady, Bill for this network. What's going on, First Lady? I believe, is Sabrina in here?
Yes, indeed.
I think I saw Sabrina. Thank you for stopping by, Miss Sabrina. That's Sabrina Loney. Deacon Dale, Blues Man.
Haji.
DJ Lady J representing at the Park WBRP fire shows. You know, I gave, in my opinion, my own opinion, DJ Lady J got DJ of the Year. She puts out fire shows.
No doubt.
It's very smooth. I think that's it. I think that's everybody. Any background listeners, we appreciate y'all stopping by and taking time out to hang out with us, man. All right, H, we're gonna let you leave me and Shelly say y'all parting ways. And what's on the agenda for next week?
Go ahead and say your parting words and I'll close it out, Shelly.
Alrighty. Happy New Year again to everyone. Thanks for allowing me, guys, to sit on the couch with you once again. Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what else we're gonna talk about.
We'll come up with something. It's a bunch of docuseries out there. You know what? Tell y'all what. I want you and D Great to watch 40 Years a Prisoner. And it's another one. It's on HBO. If you have HBO, watch 40 Years a Prisoner. It's powerful.
40 Years of Prisoner.
It's a powerful docuseries. There's a couple more. I'll hit y'all on the text message. 40 Years a Prisoner. Please, everybody who listening, watch that. That is a extremely, extremely powerful documentary. It kind of plays into what's going on right now. It lets you know that that this is just another trip around the sun. This chaotic behavior of the white nationalist parties, whether it be Democrat or Republican, is nothing new. And the behavior of the Gestapo, aka the police, is nothing new either. But it is a must-see. If you have melanin on your skin or in your skin or about you, you need to watch 40 Years a Prisoner. There's another one what I'll do is we'll just start putting it on our social media what we're gonna watch. Put it out there since I have a show Saturday, and me, D Great, and Shelly, we talk in the chat. We talk in our personal chat throughout the week, and what we'll do, D Great, what I do by the time you come on, you doing a show tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Friday, yeah. Tomorrow we gonna bring back that world famous game. What? Studio Taboo is going down tomorrow.
All right, well, stay on.
So all the things with Jay Fish, I go after Jay Fish. But if Jay Fish don't go on, that means I get on early to get it over with.
So what we'll do is stay on the line for a second. I'm gonna turn this TV on. Stay on the line, and then I'll pull up those other three, and then you can promote the whatever we need to watch Friday. I'll do it Saturday. You do it again Sunday. Rock or Not on Monday. Then we'll do it Tuesday. Then Big Illinois will do it Wednesday. Then in 166 hours, we will be back. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Happy New Year. Take care of yourself. And as Combat Jack always says, dream those dreams and man up and woman up, live those dreams, because life without dreams flows in black and white. Life with dreams flows in Technicolor and surround sound. This is for D Great, for Shelly Q. I am H Rap B.
Good evening, family.
2 fingers, 1 word. We are out.
We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.